Good morning, girls. It's 5:30 in the morning. We're up, we're having breakfast. Come and have a look at what it looks like outside, because we're feeling a little bit concerned about the weather. Have a look at this. Good morning, girls. It's nearly 7 a.m. We have started the walk. This is the first part, and we travel along here for 1.2 kilometres till we get to a gate. It looks nice and flat, and it's dirt. Other girls are already ahead, and we're still walking on our 1.2 kilometres. There's the girls ahead. It's still a nice flat track, but we're starting to head slightly downward on an incline. Haven't reached the 1.2 kilometre gate yet. Still lots of flat, girls. Lots of flat.
We're not even a kilometre
behind us. Okay, yes, so Megs has said we're not even a kilometre in. That is correct. So don't get too excited too soon. So girls, we're now at the gate, which is 1.2 kilometres in. The girls are just discussing map logistics. For Linda's benefit. Dar, if you're watching this, this is for you. So we're going to have to... Oh, there's a little gap by the side of the gate. We'll go through the gate. That's the view out there, but you can't see anything because it's foggy.
I ran up and then realised, what am I doing?
Through we go. It's the end of the earth. Hell is down there. That's where we're going shortly. We'll see you soon. This is the sign at the beginning, and you'll see there's some pre-prepared walking sticks for your enjoyment. And Megan was just mentioning that I am cutting an extremely beautiful figure today, so she's going to take the camera and show you how I'm dressed. Kmart tights, Salomon shoes, probably 5 years old and have walked around Mont Blanc. Nike t-shirt that's so thin you can see through it. 10-year-old skivvy. Lovely. I particularly like the beanie for brain cancer. Beanie for brains, beanie, charity hat that I purchased for winter for brain cancer research. Beautiful. And snow skiing backpack. Thank you. So girls, we came to an intersection in the road, and now it looks like we're going down a very steep-ish descent down. It probably doesn't look that way on the camera, but this looks like it's the thigh burn part. We'll let you know how we go. We're still going down, 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 girls. But it's not horrifically steep down, but we have the consensus that we might not be able to run it because of the degree of slant and the rubbleness. We're likely to fall flat on our faces. Anyway, a little bit further to go till we get to the feral pig gate. We're heading down into the valley a bit more, girls. A little bit foggy out here this morning. Still haven't reached the feral gate. We're just having a little stretching break. See the girls stretching over there? I'd love to show you the amazing view from here, but unfortunately we can't see a thing because there's a little bit of fog. That's also accompanied by a little sun shower that you probably can't see. Well, girls, the descent is becoming a little bit more down and a little bit trickier. So thigh burn is going to be an issue for this downhill first 4 kilometres. Still haven't reached the gate. Well, girls, we've reached the feral pig gate, which we have to try and climb over. I'll go over first so I can film the other girls, shall I, so we can have a laugh. Well, we've gone past the feral gate. Unfortunately, it opened, so I couldn't film the girls uncomfortably and awkwardly climbing over. So now we go down here about 700 metres, and do a sharp right. But it's still a moderately steep descent down. Not too strenuous, but steep enough that we probably can't jog this one as well. So it kind of feels like the first 5 kilometres are walking only. So I guess that's a good warm-up. On we go. Still going down, 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 down into the valley. Girls are still alive.
My quads are hurting.
Their quads are hurting. So now we're getting to the sharp right turn that's indicated on the mark to the Sublime Point Road Trail.
We're going to a sublime.
We're going to a sublime point. Round we go. Oh, and it's very pretty down here, girls.
We had this morning, Kathy.
Very beautiful. Look at that.
And a hot pink and a bit of
Megan's just
and a bit of blue.
commenting on the prettiness.
Colour things. Colour. Blue.
Megan's liking the colours. And this is very pretty through here, girls.
Lovely. Look at it.
Even if we walk the whole thing, it will be most enjoying.
Like a big
Which
tree.
big tree?
That big trees, yeah.
Oh, there's a big tree there. Oh, don't get dizzy, girl.
You know, it would be what? 400,
Oh.
300 at least.
Enormous and incredibly pretty. Gigantus gums, Megan has named them. I'm not sure that that's the technical term. Oh, she says they are. Uh-oh, with a little bit of up coming up. I need to turn off now. He just spotted this beautiful, enormous white tree that's standing in the bush all by itself. Albino tree, perhaps. Around the 4.75-ish kilometre mark.
No, Solitary
Oh,
Trail.
from Solitary Trail, from the market to Solitary Trail, that this is probably a jogging section for us. So we're about 4.7 from the start, or maybe a little bit closer to 5. But this path seems flattish with a slight descent. We're just marking this particular spot, which Megan has aptly named. Megan, what did you call it?
The little piece of greatness.
The soldiery trees of little greatness, she's called it. So this is just a little bit of a marker point for us.
Lee was much more eloquent.
Lee was more eloquent. I can't remember what she called it.
Forest.
Oh, Century Forest.
No, Sentinel.
Oh, Sentinel Forest. We're at Sentinel Forest. And it's beautiful in here, girls. You're going to love it.
Tree here. This barky one, you know, the swirly bark.
Oh, yeah, swirly barky in there. You might not be able to see it on the camera. It's beautiful. And it's raining a little bit, but not enough to be annoying. Just refreshing. I think we're about 6 kilometres in. And it's incredibly flat in this part, so this is more running. We like this part. This continues on for about 11 more kilometres, this very wide fire trail. And then apparently we start to climb out. But this is really nice, girls. We've noticed that this part here is concrete, so we might have to practice a little bit of concrete running as well as the trail running. Otherwise it's going to be very jarring on the feet. The fog's starting to lift a little bit of a view out there. And we're still going down, down, down. Still going down, down, down. We had a river I think we had 2 river crossings that didn't have any actual water in it, but I think we've got one coming up that might have a little bit. Here's the girls behind me. It's still really, really beautiful. So far, so good, girls. It's morning tea time. Apple, crunchy nuts. Show your crunchy nuts. Crunchy nuts from Trace. And a little toe taping for Megs as a precautionary measure to prevent blisters. Lee's somewhere up there lost on a toilet break. And we're still going down, 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 down. And that's the road down, 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 down we're taking. Only problem with all of that way down is that we have to get up. This is the Jamison Creek, girls. We finally have a river crossing that actually has water on it. We're very excited. So we might get slightly soggy shoes
Wet.
going across this. So note to team, if it's rained a lot before the event, we need to be prepared to cross a raging torrent river. I could be over exaggerating there. Over we go.
Right.
I'm just going to walk through because my shoes are waterproof. There we go. Easy as that. Here come the girls. Here comes Trace. She'll elegantly glide across. Oh no, she's doing the tentative walk.
Ooh,
She's being a tentative tiptoer. I wasn't expecting that from Trace. And there she goes. Lee's next. She's pausing. Oh, she's just doing a selfie because it's beautiful here. And it is quite beautiful. There's the river and the river down there.
Smile.
And we're GoProing Lee, photographing us. And Lee's across, almost. On we go. This feels like it could be a little bit up. We've just had the river crossing, but if you look ahead you can see we possibly have quite a steep bit of up, so we're going to disrobe a little bit in preparation for the uphill. I know it doesn't look it, girls, but this is a bit of up, up, up. Well, that was Megan communing with nature. That was her native calling to the birds.
I'm just making sure there's no feral pigs.
Honeymoon's over, girls. This bit's hard. Lots of up. I'm not sure how many metres up that was. I'm foggy in my glasses. But Trace, would you say that was hard?
Yes. Yes. Very.
So we're just trying to catch our breath now, but that's quite a steep climb. Lee and Meg's not far behind somewhere, but there's no running for that one, guys. We're just going to have a little rest here till the others get here. Oh. So just a correction, girls, we've checked the map, and from the big creek up to here, which is up, up, up and a hard up, it's a kilometre. And here come the other girls. Looking like we did just a few minutes ago. That was tough. So we've determined that once we finish that 1 kilometre climb, this next part of the path is a nice running path, but we will have to catch our breath after the 1 kilometre up, because that was tough, girls. So this little bit was a nice recovery, and we were doing really well until we looked up and we saw that. I don't know whether you can see or judge how steep that is, but it's fairly steep. So we'll talk to you when we get up to the top. Yeah. Okay.
We'll be over. So you had the flat bit and then you had the climb again.
So we had another climb that was around about another kilometre, and now we've got a little bit of flat, and it looks like there could be a little bit more up. That's a surprise. Well, we've hopefully come out of all the steep bits. That's Tracy Power Quads of Steel, who already is at the top, and the others are behind us somewhere, not too far. And now we've got a nice flat bit
For about 200 metres.
for about 200 metres, I think, and then we go up again. Whew.
Now, I don't know. Seen the way she eats.
Megs, can you comment on how you've experienced the walk so far?
It's been a pleasant climate.
Yes. How would you describe the
Right
climb?
amount of precipitation,
Yes.
and the climb is hearty.
And on your knee there, what's that you've got?
That is not an animal turd.
No?
That is a mint sliced biscuit from my dessert.
And that's your reward for getting up those hills.
For getting up that hill. And my peanut butter sandwich.
And peanut butter sandwich. Trace, how are you feeling?
Dandy.
How did you enjoy your little climb?
That sorted me out.
Lee, how are you feeling today?
Doing okay.
Yes.
Plodding along.
Enjoying the climb?
Enjoying the climbing.
Are you-
enjoying the bush.
Are you happy with your sticks?
Yes.
Right, so you're definitely going to use sticks on your next walk.
Yes.
Good.
It's perfect terrain though for sticks.
Perfect terrain for sticks.
Yeah, because the uphill climb, it's
Lee's
flat
the
and
only one that's got the sticks. We didn't bring the sticks this time. Next time I'm going to bring them as a test as well.
I'm going to compare the size of our fingers.
And there,
Mine are fine.
I've got
Sticking.
chipolata fingers, as I usually do. So we've had a little rest, and now we've got some lovely downhill because we've got another river crossing coming up somewhere along here. So we've had our midway snack. That was a 10k mark, and now we're continuing on. This is probably a running bit because it's quite flattish and open and nice. The first 10k's were really good. Those ups are a bit of a killer though at the last couple of k's, but so far so good. We're all still alive. Tracy just said she's a little bit concerned that we're going a lot of downhill now, which can very steeply, and that can only mean one thing, that we've got to go back up again. But that's okay because we're past the halfway mark and we're all feeling... Oh, no, we're not yet, sorry. I'm thinking we're doing 20k's, but we're doing 22k's. So we're not quite at the halfway mark, but we're all feeling still quite chipper and only a few aches and pains. So we'll show you what the uphill looks like once we get to the bottom of this valley. So we're coming up to another river crossing. This is called the Lura Creek Crossing. Nice sign there that tells us not to drink the water. It's probably similar to the other one in terms of flow and depth of water. So we can either tiptoe across the rocks or walk through the centre, whichever we feel is better for us. I have bad balance, so I'm just going to run across like that. Trace is doing the tiptoe across the rocks. The other girls are coming across, and we'll probably choose the tiptoe as well. Megs has good balance, so she'll tiptoe. Lee's going to do the river crossing like me because she's not quite so balanced, I think. Like a ballerina. Like a ballerina you are, Megs. And Lee's taken the same route as me. Straight through the middle. Gore-Tex. Beautifully executed. Double backflip off the beam.
Yeah, there are those rose rocks there.
Oh, please don't fall in. Ta-da! Fortunately, now we go up. Oh, and Megs just needs a moment. Ballerina's broken.
I did read something in one of those
Up we go.
articles about
I forgot to also mention that the creek is the 12-kilometre mark. So we're past...
Here, actually, up here still.
Oh, sorry, just up here a little bit. So just past the halfway mark, but this is a bit of up. Coming up the hill. And we've got to get up here and even further up. Still going up. I know it doesn't look like much up on the film again, but it really is. We're just having a little breather with Trace. The other girls are coming around the bend soon. This is a little bit hard yakka, girls. Whew. I'd like you to note Megan's crutch support for her hands. This is the versatility of her Mont Blanc scarf, bandana that she made for us all when we did Mont Blanc. It's now stylish wrist crutch for each hand to prevent chipolata fingers. We're very impressed. So we've now reached the emergency station area that will obviously be filled with people when we do the actual walk. And this is at the 12.8 kilometre mark, and it's quite a big area. We've just finished quite a big climb up, Meg's coming behind and Lee behind her. So I can see up ahead we've got more of an uphill climb as well. But this is a nice big open spot where we can stop and get water. And this is the halfway checkpoint where we need to be here by a certain time, but I'm not 100% sure what that time is. I'll have to check. So we just passed the checkpoint and lo and behold, there's more up. So that was another big up. I think Trey said 1.5 kilometres up, and Megs and Linda are not far behind. Megs and Lee, that was tough, but just around the bend we're at the 15-kilometre mark, so we're doing pretty good. We're still alive. My quads were really hurting coming up there, but anyway, we've recovered okay, and it's beautiful. Look.
You see there's wallabies?
Oh, wallabies are the wild animals. Beautiful nature. You can't really look at the nature while you're climbing up, but because you just want it to be done and you want to be able to breathe. But that was pretty hard. We are currently at exactly the 15-kilometre mark, and it's exactly 11 a.m. So 7 kilometres to go, and we're now on a downhill stretch, as you can see, and still incredibly beautiful. We hurt in places, hips and butts and quads, but the downhill bit's nice. Just wanted to show you how incredibly pretty it is here on this track. It's not far past that 15k mark, but it's beautiful. Nice and flat for this little bit as well. We've now moved into a very dense part of the bush, and again it's up, up, up. It's really, really beautiful through here. We're not on the fire trail anymore. This is just a track through the bush, but it's beautiful, and you can hear the river running. A little bit of up, a little bit of flat. Beautiful. We've reached a slightly tricky part. Quite stable, but we've got to cross that little river and then get up that other side. Here we go. We're still in the forest, but we're at 17 k's and the time is 11:40. We're still walking past the very pretty rainforesty area. I think we've got about 3 k's left. It's extremely pretty. We're just contemplating whether this part we could possibly jog through. A little bit slippery because it's wet from the rain, but when it's not slippery from the rain, it might be okay. We heard a bit too, by the way. I think we're at, did you say 18 k's around the corner, Trace? 18 k's around the corner. We're all still alive. We're just having snacks. Peanut butter sandwiches.
One of us is very buggered though.
One of us is very buggered,
I don't
eating
think
dry
it's just
bread.
one.
We're probably all feeling a little bit the same, just aches in different parts of the body. If we took the good parts and put them all together, we'd have one whole really healthy person. We're at about 21 and a half or 20 kilometres, 20.5 kilometres. Next stop is the Thurber Steps. We haven't got there yet. These are just some up steps to get up to the Thurber Steps. We love steps. Well guys, we've reached the Thurber Steps. We're just having a little moment before we tackle them. I'll just show you the sign.
We're at the steps, Lee. And Scenic World Valley Stations are 100 metres that way.
So away we go in a minute. And up we go. Well, believe it or not, we made it up the 951 steps. Oh. And we did it in 7 hours, which is the cutoff. So we're feeling very clever. Lee took the train up, so we're just going to try and find her. So post-recovery eating, Megs, Lee and I have opted for chips,
Something healthy.
potato cakes,
Fish.
fish.
Just covered in butter.
Our lovely Tracy, on the other hand, has opted for a very lean protein and vegetable meal, which she brought with her. Chicken with vegetables. No sauce on the chicken, no nothing, just chicken with a bit of pepper.
Helps recovery.
Beg your pardon?
Helps recovery.
Recovery, folks. We'll know for next time.